In this video I'll show you how to revive your car battery or recharge it, more simple. And this is in the case where the car battery is still okay. Make sure you identify the positive and negative terminals. That's the red and black. Red is for positive, black is for negative. And you see battery is 12.6. It's pretty low. That's really low. If you're desperate, you could use a tool battery to recharge your car battery. Just connect the positive to positive and negative to negative, but not for too long, and using a thick wire. I tried not to use this. I'm going to recharge the battery, and I have a multimeter connected to the battery terminals to show you what happens when you're trying to start the car and it won't start. That's cool. Charging time. The battery is really low when it's trying to start. That's the most important part of the car battery, the startup, the cranking amps. And this is how I had the multimeter connected to the battery. I didn't have any clips with me, but that's okay, anything works, even tape. So now it's time to remove the battery. And first, for Volkswagen Polo 9N, I have this some kind of bracket to keep the battery in place, and you need a 14mm hex. I have the extension for this ratchet tool, I think that's how it's called. You don't really need that. I don't usually tighten it too hard, so you can simply untighten it with a screwdriver. That has a hex socket on top of it, and that's the hole. That's where the hole is empty now. Make sure you don't lose that screw and the bracket.
This one is the famous 10mm.
You will need a 10mm hex socket for the battery terminals, but you could use really any kind of, even an adjustable wrench. You can use any kind of anything that can undo one of these bolt nuts here. And yeah, take your time. Make sure you don't touch the positive and negative terminals of the battery with any tool together, because that will short out the battery and you really don't want that. A short circuit on the battery, it's a bad idea, even if it's depleted. Remove the negative terminal first. This is usually to keep it safe. Once the negative is removed, now you don't really care about the positive that much. I try to remove them as good as I can, but yeah, I'm not really doing the best example here, but the idea is to have the positive and negative terminals away from each other. You cannot really put them together in the way they're set up on the Volkswagen Polo 9N here. They're separate, so that's pretty good. Now I can lift the battery and go upstairs and charge it with the charger. Make sure you read all the warnings on your car battery and take them seriously. Everything here, it's corrosive, and also there is sulfuric acid inside the battery and lead. So you have two things that are not really great. When you don't use the battery anymore and you change it, recycle the old battery, take it to someone who recycles them. They are very recyclable, actually. They have valuable things. The lead inside is valuable, and the acid also is valuable. So now I'm gonna charge it, and first I connect the battery terminals negative to black cable on the charger, on the battery charger. I wanted to see how's the voltage now before I plug in the charger. So 12.35 is pretty not good. It's not great. It should be more than 12.6, I believe. So now you will see what happens when I plug in the charger. The charger will start to enter. It will send voltage, a higher voltage, into the battery to charge it. A good battery will charge not too fast. This is an indicator of a bad battery. If you see this going up within half hour that is full and it says float, then the battery is sulfated, or however it's called. It means it will not take a charge. There are desulfating chargers, but I don't have one. I think I might try one at some point. But when the battery is bad, it's usually after 4 or 5 years, and I will just replace it. For this one, I'm trying to recharge it, so now it's full. I was away for some time, so I didn't really check how long it took. But now it says full. Also, it says it's automatic. This charger switches between 12 volts and 6 volts. And now it's time to take it to the car.
The remote is not gonna work because there's no battery.
The voltage looks much better now after charging it, and the battery could be okay, and I'll show you what to check if the battery is really okay. You will see that in a moment. When I try to start the car, that's when it really shows, and I have another video for that also. Try to avoid these sparkles there, because a battery that is not good anymore, it will release some hydrogen gas, and you don't want the sparks around hydrogen gas. And normally you should connect the positive terminal here first. I made a mistake. You put the red one first and then the black one. Then don't forget to put the plate back, this kind of clip that holds the battery in place so it's not moving around. You really don't want the battery to move around. It's really heavy, and the battery box is pretty small, so it will not really move much. But this is important to have it there. This is using the 14mm hex socket, and pretty much I use 10mm and the 10mm and the 14mm here.
10mm again.
Here I wanted to make sure that the battery terminals are tight, but the negative here, it wasn't really tight too much. You see it's moving when I tighten it. Later I fixed that. The problem here was that I didn't press the terminal enough on the battery terminal, on the car battery terminal, on the actual battery. Now this is the voltage, 12.68, so it's already kind of getting a bit lower with the car connected. And you see now the startup test.
Alternator looks okay. Charging. I wanna see if it goes below 9 volts, 9.5. Okay, I'm gonna start it again. One more start. It goes under 12.6, so it's not good.
This was actually the third start I did, and usually if the battery is good, it shouldn't have an issue.
Time for new battery.
The good thing is that the alternator is fine. I could see the voltage going up to even 14 volts while the engine was running. So in this case, it's the battery. If you don't see the voltage going up above 13.5 or even 13, then the alternator is the problem. In this case, I need a new battery, and I will change the battery as soon as possible. Thanks for watching.